The Simpsons Prophecy. Events of 2025 and surprising predictions about the future. The year 2025 was marked by major global disasters and societal changes. The Simpsons had predicted many events over the years, but 2025 was the year when the show's predictions seemed to come true. Notably, the massive fires in Los Angeles, the wars in Gaza, and the regime change in Syria were all events predicted by The Simpsons years ago. This phenomenon left audiences stunned and reignited an old legend about the show's ability to foresee the future. The Los Angeles fires and the prophecy coming true. Many people had speculated that The Simpsons sometimes predicted the future. This idea was highlighted in an episode where Homer Simpson predicted a massive fire would devastate Los Angeles, and the public wouldn't wake up to the catastrophe. In 2025, the fires that ravaged Los Angeles proved this prophecy to be true. The fires not only caused environmental damage, but also led to a societal crisis. Government intervention was delayed, and the public was left in chaos. The realization that The Simpsons' predictions were not just for entertainment, but carried deeper meanings sparked more questions about the show's potential prophetic abilities. The war in Gaza and The Simpsons' Middle East prophecy immediately following the Los Angeles fires, the world faced another disaster, the intensification of the conflict in Gaza. By 2025, the war in Gaza had escalated into a massive humanitarian crisis, as The Simpsons had predicted years ago. Homer Simpson had once said that the conflict would eventually lead to a global crisis. In 2025, the Gaza war turned into exactly that, a global catastrophe. The fighting was not only local, but created a worldwide humanitarian disaster. Many countries intervened, but no solution was reached. Homer's words from The Simpsons echoed, "The situation is so complicated that any solution only makes things worse." The war in Gaza unfolded just as he had predicted, with no resolution and widespread chaos. Regime change in Syria, the fall of Assad. By 2025, the situation in Syria also drastically changed. After years of civil war, Assad's regime faced a significant collapse. Despite receiving support from Russia and Iran, Assad could not withstand the uprisings within the country. The Simpsons had predicted this regime change years earlier. The show foresaw that Assad's fall would disrupt the regional power balance and lead to a massive reshaping of the region. In 2025, Syria's civil war intensified, and Assad's regime weakened under internal and external pressures. In an old Simpsons episode, Bart Simpson was shown holding a newspaper with the headline, "Assad's regime is collapsing, changing the balance of power in the region." This exact prediction came true in 2025, as Assad's last attempts to resist failed. Conclusion: prophecies coming true. The year 2025 marked a turning point where The Simpsons' prophecies came true. The fires in Los Angeles, the war in Gaza, and the regime change in Syria all closely mirrored events predicted by the show years ago. This raised more questions about whether The Simpsons really had the ability to foresee the future. 2025 demonstrated once again that the show's seemingly harmless jokes were not just for fun. They carried deeper meanings and possibly prophetic insight into the future.